How's it going, everybody? We are here with Charlie Dale from the Cayman Islands, and we are at the World Travel Market in London, meeting advertising and marketing and PR leaders from the different destination marketing organizations that are here. And Charlie works on the team representing the UK and the rest of the European Union. Charlie, thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
So Charlie, tell me a little bit about how are things going so far? What is your guys' main goal of what you guys are looking to accomplish this week at World Travel Market?
Yeah, so it's been going really well. We've had some really great meetings. I'm meeting with media and influencers from across the UK and Europe, looking into our 3P6 opportunities, see if we can get anyone over to visit the islands. It'd be great.
Yeah.
And it's learning how to kind of promote a bit better to our audience.
I love it. So how important is the European and UK market specifically to the Caymans? What's the breakdown as far as how important this market is?
So our biggest market in tourism is the US.
Wow, of course, yeah.
But the UK is coming up quickly behind it. So we're really trying to focus on growing that market. We've got direct flights from Heathrow to Grand Cayman. They stop for about 45 minutes in the Bahamas, but we're kind of seeing if we can fill that flight a bit more, get a bit more people over there. But it's a really exciting opportunity.
That's awesome. And what are the major markets in the States that feed the Caymans?
I think it's definitely a lot from Florida.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's a short flight.
Yeah, it's a quick jaunt over. Yeah, and I know East Coasters in general, when kind of the weather turns, right? It's a nice destination. So tell me a little bit about your campaign this year. What are some of the key themes and what are you guys focused on?
Yeah, so we've just launched our Welcome to the UK campaign, which is all focused around the relaxation side of the Cayman Islands. It's the perfect place to unplug, unwind, and really enjoy that vacation without stress of itineraries or
all up the drop and flop, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Really focus on relaxing in yourself. It's been going really well. Got some lovely branding around the stand. Yeah,
maybe we can walk around and shoot a little bit of B-roll. But yeah, you bring up an interesting point. You know, I think tourism has become cluttered and a little busy, and I think there's a lot of leaning into experiential or transformational tourism. And I think, trends are fine, but sometimes really when you get down to the essence of why people travel, it's to unplug, relax, and, spend time with family and friends, eat great food, and sometimes just do nothing at all. So I think that's an interesting insight that you guys are kind of leaning into that idea that you don't need a full schedule for your vacation. Sometimes less is more.
Yeah.
Will you tell me a little bit about where that insight came from and how's the market receiving it?
Yeah, so we did some research with the UK market and a few other markets as well that's kind of suggested that people are looking for that more relaxation thing. They don't need to be doing something the whole time. And that is kind of a main focus that we're going to see coming in as a trend. So it's something that we really want to lean into. And I think the Cayman Islands are a perfect space for that.
I love that. So you talked about influencer marketing at the top of the interview. Creator or influencer marketing is kind of becoming bigger parts of every brand's media plan, not just travel. But it's also the most saturated influencer market in the industry is the travel sector. There's a lot of people running around sending emails to airlines, hotels, and travel DMOs trying to get free trips. Sometimes what I like to say to clients is just because somebody emails you doesn't mean they're right for you. How do you guys put on that filter of not offending people, but making sure that you are inviting people to the Caymans that really meet your brand sensibilities, but also will achieve whatever your business KPIs are?
I guess it's really about looking into those niches, looking at where our objectives are and who aligns with that. I mean, there's always opportunities not on island that we can get involved in influencers, create those positive relationships at events in London or in the UK or in Europe. And then we can kind of see how that goes from there.
Yeah, no, I love that. Niches is an interesting way to put it because I've heard a quote recently, the riches are in the niches, right? So influencer marketing, a big focus is going viral within communities. So not necessarily trying to go viral at large, but going viral within core demographic overlays that like, you know, hit like multiple components of your brand Venn diagram. Like I think about a brand in San Diego called Salty Crew, and they're like a surf brand, but they also appeal to people who like to sail, people who like to spearfish, and people who like to surf. Basically watermen, but it's like if you identify with one of those characteristics, you might be a salty Crew consumer. But if you identify with all four of those affinities, you probably definitely are a Salty Crew person. What are some of those niches that you feel define the Cayman's traveler?
The Salty Crew probably in there. We've got a really good diving niche.
Yeah.
We've got 365 dive sites
every
day of the year.
That's pretty cool.
So that's a really nice one for us to kind of lean into. Our culinary scene is amazing. Culinary capital Caribbean, and I think having been there and tasted the food, I can personally attest to that.
Nice.
Yeah, so we've got some nice ones. We've got some good adventure-based activities. It's nice that we have the 3 islands as kind of different offerings. So we have the more luxury side, the adventure side, and the relaxation side as well.
Oh, that's fun. It's almost like an island for every pleasure. I love that. You talked about culinary. I was at Cancun Market last week, and I stopped in and spent some time with the Colibri Group in Tulum at a Hyatt property called the Zebra. Great all-inclusive. And in Tulum, there's not a lot of family all-inclusives. One of the experiences that we did was we made salsa with the head chef and made tortillas with the head chef. And then we sat down at our table and then ate food with the tortillas and the salsa that we made. I can't stop talking about it. That's probably why they did it. Do you think about kind of the interactive nature of culinary and like making it experiential, or do you focus on just making sure the consumer has great food to eat?
I think that's a really interesting point, but there's definitely the consumer having something to eat is a big thing. We have the culinary cookout, which is a yearly tradition on Great Cayman. And I think there is activities around that, so I think getting people involved is definitely a good way to kind of promote that as well.
Yeah, I love that. The other thing that I thought was really fun was they told a story about how like the hotel had burnt down at one point. The only thing that survived was the antique sugarcane press. And then we like literally pressed sugarcane for, I don't drink anymore, so I drank virgin mojitos with my family, but like making mojitos from scratch, you know, it's like these experiences. Like, I feel like that'll be a word of mouth thing that I'll talk about for the next year, maybe, you know, forever. So that's awesome. What are some of the broader trends in tourism that you guys have identified, and how are you trying to bring them to the Cayman clients and getting them to get excited about them?
I think relaxation is the main focus. Wellness is definitely something that's coming up, which ties quite nicely in with that relaxation as well.
Yeah.
We've got a few new wellness offerings opening in 2026. That'll be really exciting. Something to get journalists out there to experience as well.
Yeah, totally. Wellness can take different forms now. It's like there's the yoga trip and like having great sports and kind of outdoor adventure activities. But then there's a new traveler that's traveling kind of for like a more serious deep dive into wellness. They're going and exploring destinations that do blood work and maybe do cosmetic treatments in their med spas, and perhaps maybe even, you know, doing like peptides or stem cells. You know, I think that I have heard of the Caymans being a place where like there's, you know, people go there for med school and like and stuff. So are there interesting trends on the wellness side that are going a level deeper than like, you know, your typical wellness adventure that you're seeing?
Not that I personally am aware of. I wouldn't say that it leans into that side of it so much. The kind of traditional sound bar yoga.
Yeah.
No,
kind of more of the Eastern stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. That's fun. All right. And then if people go to the Cayman, what's the one thing that they absolutely have to do before they leave?
They have to smoke 100%. Smoke off Little Cayman.
Nice. I love that. And then is there something coming that's never been done before that you're excited about? new property, new experience, something new.
Yeah, we've got the Grand Hyatt opening on Grand Cayman
amazing.
next year. So that's
go.
going to be really exciting to shoot for the islands.
I love that. All right, where would you like to point people to learn more about the Caymans?
You can email us at Cayman Islands at wcommunications.co.uk.
Beautiful. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.